to our annual end-of-year holiday special with the Town Manager. I'm Vivian Kosinje-Birchall, your host, and with me is none other than Mr. John Mangiaratti.
Hi, Viv.
And this time we have a special guest,
Yes.
Wanjiku. And first of all, welcome to our end-of-year annual
Thank
special.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Wanjiku is going to be teaching John how to make Kenyan-themed lamb. The lamb itself is not themed, but it's a recipe from Kenya. So I hope that makes sense. But it's going to be incredibly interesting to watch John try a completely different new recipe from across the ocean. And Wanjiku, are you ready for the task?
Yes, I am. Let's do this.
Maybe to start, what are we making today? And
Yes.
can you describe what the ingredients will be?
Yes. So we have some lamb. We have some black pepper, some cilantro that we're going to use at the end, some cumin, some garam masala, some ginger and garlic.
Garam masala, what's that?
Actually, I don't know. It is a spice.
Sounds good.
And then some salt, some olive oil, some curry powder, and some berbere, which comes from Ethiopia or Eritrea, and onions, tomatoes.
And what is the name of this dish called?
Lamb stew.
Lamb stew.
Yes.
Is it particular to a certain region in Kenya, or is it for every Kenyan?
I would say it's for every Kenyan that eats meat, because we have some Kenyans that don't eat meat. But yeah, it's for any Kenyan that eats meat. A lot of Kenyan cuisine is also influenced by Indian spices, as well as you can see from other spices from other parts of Eastern Africa. Yes.
All right, John, take it away.
Okay, let's what do we do first?
Okay, so first we're going to clean the lamb.
Okay.
And we're going to do that with an onion. With a lemon.
Okay.
You're getting ahead of yourself with the spices.
I want to smell this. I'm
okay.
sorry. Go ahead,
okay.
keep going. I'm listening.
Okay,
I'm listening.
so we're going to cut the lemon. Let me remove this tag. Well, first we need to make sure that our hands are clean.
I just washed.
Okay, everybody has clean hands. So then,
Okay.
what does it smell like?
It smells delicious.
Awesome.
All right, so we're going to wash the lamb with the lemon.
Yes.
Just like that sounds? Just, okay.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Seeds we'll deal with those later.
Yep.
I should have started the show by saying karibu.
Oh, yes.
What does that mean?
Welcome.
Oh, karibu. That's an easy one.
Yes.
Okay, so it's coated, it's cleaned.
Then we're going to rinse it off.
Now, why are we washing it with lemon?
We're washing it with lemon. Well, the way that my grandmother taught me is because it's not directly from the lamb. Like the lamb was not just slaughtered and we're cooking it. So we're making sure that to remove any impurities from the lamb.
As a way to clean it?
Yes.
Oh, because,
Yes.
and lemon is a natural cleanser.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. What do we
Yes.
do with this?
Interesting.
So we're gonna take it over to the sink. So then we just washed the lamb.
Yep.
So we're gonna cut up the onion.
Okay. Good. How big do you want it? Chopped or in like
Chopped,
slices?
please.
Chopped.
Yes, chopped.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting. See, this is the first person who I saw cut onions like that.
Ah.
Yeah,
First person you saw cut onions?
like that.
Well, how do you cut onions?
Do you, well, you've already cut it. I can't show you, but next time maybe I'll show you how I cook or how I cut onions.
Like thin or
Oh yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
thin like that? Okay.
Yeah. And then we're gonna cut them again.
Into like little squares or something?
Yeah, into squares. Yes.
Okay. So
The East African way of doing it.
I didn't follow your directions. I'm sorry.
That's fine. The onions will be cooked down, so the shape of it really doesn't matter.
Okay. Good.
Actually, we can just use half.
Okay.
Let's see how it looks like on the pot.
Okay.
And then what's next?
And then we're going to slice up some tomatoes. Oh, first we need to put some olive oil in the pot.
Oh, we got to get this going too, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. On. Yeah.
Okay. To cover the whole bottom of the pan.
All
Yep.
right.
And then we're going to add in the onions. Let me wash the tomato. Speed it up.
So what have you guys been up to at the town hall while you cut the onion? I guess after we sizzle the onions.
Well, we've had 2 successful DEI events, welcoming our new neighbors.
Okay.
So that went really well.
Yeah, that's
And-
right. Those were very well attended events.
Yes, yes. And squares also?
Squares.
Yep.
Almost like kachumbali style.
Yes, yes.
Okay. We need to teach him how to make kachumbali next time.
So kachumbari is another dish that's with, actually it's not a dish, but a
side.
A side that is made with tomatoes, onions, cilantro, lemon, and chili peppers.
It's
Right?
almost like the Mexican salsa.
Yes,
sauce,
yeah. Except it's not too like the sauce.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, how are we doing here?
We're doing awesome. Then we're, sorry, my hands are wet. Now the way that I know how to cook is through smell
Okay.
and sight.
Oh, watch out! You almost burned your hand. If that was a real flame, you would have been in trouble.
Yeah, I would have been.
Last year he burnt his hand twice.
Oh my goodness. So
Okay.
we can add, actually let's wait a little bit on that. So let's add in this curry. And
What curry is that?
this is, my own special curry. So it's curry leaves, cumin, and turmeric. You can
What do you
smell
mean?
it?
You made that?
Yeah,
You,
you grind it.
do you have like simbambili back in Kenya?
I don't like, we do, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So which of these spices smells like simba?
That would be the closest one.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So curry is not just a spice you buy at the store. It's a series of spices combined together.
Exactly.
Yes.
But even when you buy it in the store, you can buy it all the spices combined.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are the ones in this one again?
So that one is curry leaves, which is like a plant, and then you dry it and then you mash it. And then it has cumin. I made it a while ago. Cumin and turmeric. That's the yellowish type of color. And what's the?
Cloves.
It doesn't have cloves. Coriander.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
the yes. Yes.
And then do you want to take a couple spoonfuls or just
Oh, yes.
drop a couple in like this?
I would just put in a little bit.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Stop. Okay, let's stir it a little bit.
We don't need that. We don't need spoons. We're going by.
We're going by sight.
We're going by sight and smell.
Okay,
I
add in
think
a
it
little
needs
bit more.
It needs
Yep.
a little bit more.
I'm all for going by sight. It's how I cook.
Okay.
Many
Yep.
Africans cook.
There you go. What does the color look like? Looks pretty good.
Yes, I think we could use some more of this.
Okay, go
But-
for it. A little bit more. Okay, that's good.
All right.
Do you want some more heat?
I think we're good. The onions are catching up.
And then we're going to add the garam masala.
Okay. Garam masala.
So why put in garam when you already put in the other curry?
I
that
like
good?
I like the food.
That much? More?
That's good. That's good. I like the food to have, especially when it's the meat or the protein, to be very flavorful, because then you don't really have to flavor the starch all that much. So
Got
if
it.
you eat it with like rice, it'll still taste good. Like the
or
whole meal would
ugali.
taste good. Yeah.
Yeah, that smells good.
Awesome. And then If you want, we can add in a little bit of the cumin. Just a dash.
Dash?
Great.
Dash?
Dashes.
Is that a dash? Is that a dash? Is that a dash? I mean,
All right.
you couldn't even taste a dash.
Yeah.
Could need a couple dashes.
And then we can add in the tomatoes.
All right.
Ooh. Oh, Chef John. Smells good.
Okay, that's
Awesome.
good.
Then, oh, that smells wonderful. I'll move this.
As we wait, so
And
what
then-
other updates you have for us?
Well, you know, this has been a really busy budget year for us. We always start the budget early, but we usually don't present information until it's ready to go. And this year, we've been presenting information incrementally throughout the process. So it's been more work for us, but it's been able to give people more of a sense of what we're looking at. And I think the public and the select board and the finance committee and others it's helped them understand more about some of the challenges that we're facing this year in the budget. And I'm presenting on December 18th, and that will be an opportunity for the public and the board and the finance committee to talk through what we're presenting and figure out what we're going to do for next steps, because it's going to be an interesting winter.
Oh, how interesting. What are some of the challenges?
Well, I think we always do more with less. I think we find creative ways to deliver services and creative ways to leverage external funds and re-envision programs so that we can operate them every year without increasing costs and increasing services. But we're getting to a point now where there's fixed costs that we have, things that we can't control, like health insurance and pension assessment. And those are so costly that it's taking away from our ability to do. I think this is too hot. Don't you?
It's hot.
I think we don't want to cook it.
Yeah.
Well, you tell me. This is your recipe.
So, well, what we would wait to do is for the tomatoes to become mashed up,
Yep.
but we can add in the lamb now.
You don't want to wait for that to happen?
No, we don't. You don't have to wait.
What about all the other stuff?
So this stuff we're going to add later.
Huh. You sure you don't want to dry that lamb?
Do you want to dry it? We can dry it if you want to dry it. We can dry it.
Why would you want to dry it?
I don't know. I just feel like when you cook meat like that, if it goes in dry, it sucks up whatever you put it into.
Oh,
Better.
that's good logic. Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just put it in the.
Just pat it dry, you know. Sometimes I've seen people just actually leave it out and air it out like that so it gets dry.
Oh.
But certain recipes you don't want to do that, and this is
Oh,
your recipe, so
yeah. I learned something new.
maybe it's worse. We'll find
We'll
out.
find out.
All right, I think we want this hotter again.
Okay.
These magic stoves are harder for me to understand. But they're better for the environment, and we're excited to be using it.
Yes.
It's not every day you find something hard for the town manager to understand.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I think that happens pretty regularly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're human after all?
Yeah, that smells good.
It is. Smells like East Africa.
Yes.
That's good.
So let's see.
I'm just going to wash my hands.
Okay. I'm going to flatten it a little bit. So
Okay. Oh, yeah. The salt.
let's add a little bit of salt and pepper. And this is to taste.
Okay. Not too much?
Let's sprinkle it in and see. I don't know.
What do you think?
Put it all.
I think, oh, okay, put it all. We'll just, okay, put it all.
Okay.
Don't trust me.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
Organic pepper, that's good.
Yes. Oh, let's do the other side.
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Good?
Yep. Looks good.
A little
And
more?
then that looks good. We're going to add in, this is about a cup of water.
I'm gonna just turn this
Okay.
down.
Are we turning these
Yes.
lambs over?
Yes. So I'm just going to add half of the cup in there.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Looks like we'll have lamb soon.
Let's cover it up a little bit. So,
All right. As we wait, back to the town.
Back to the town. So what were we talking about? The budget. So I think the budget this year, for the first time in a long time, we're at a point where we're going to have to make some really hard decisions about next year, because the revenue that we're able to bring in every year isn't enough to do what we need to do next year to run the town. In the town operations, especially with capital investments, but in particular in the schools, there's a structural deficit that they're working through there. And so the leadership group, which is made up of the finance committee, the select board, and the regional school district committee, have been meeting all fall to talk about ways to bring in additional revenue. And we're currently considering an operational override for the coming year, which is a really big deal.
Yeah.
It's not something that's happened here in 20 years.
Wow.
So it's going to be a lot of education and information sharing as we move forward, and there's a lot that we need to still figure out. How much are we going to ask for? But at this point, we're at a point where I don't think it's a question of if we're going to ask for it. It appears to me that that's what is necessary to have happen, or we're going to have to make some serious cuts in the towns and the schools, which we always, as I said, we always cut things and reduce things, but we're at a point now where it's bigger than that.
Right. Well, on the brighter side, since this is, almost the end of year, what have been some of the milestones that the town has really seen or registered?
Well, I think we continue to build a really amazing team of professionals that run our operations. Wanjiku started here last year as a diversity, equity, inclusion officer, and she's off and running. We just started a big internal workshop program with the leadership team to build a foundation for equity work, and then we're going to roll it out with the rest of the staff in the coming year. We took down a historic dam and an old industrial site, which had an old industrial building, not historic, but old enough to be new enough to be an eyesore. We took that down and using a grant from the state, $1.4 million in grant funds, and restored the river flow, so now that fish can go up and down the river, and it's going to be a beautiful place for people to go and visit once we're able to get enough funding to build a park there.
How long did it take for that thing to get down? Because I thought it would be just one blast, like you see in the movies,
Yeah, so I think they didn't use dynamite, thankfully. They used a large machine with a jackhammer on the end of it, and they just took it over a week or so and chipped away at it. And if you look at it now, you can still, we left remnants on both sides to show the historical existence of the dam, and the plan for afterwards is going to have a really cool way of showing the outline of the river before and some of the industrial markers on the site. So it's a special project that we didn't know we had to do, and we turned lemons into lemonade, I guess. And so it's a great asset for the South Acton community and the greater community. And I look forward to taking you out there.
Yep.
We'll do a walking tour of it.
When?
Let's wait till the spring.
I can't wait. And Wanjiku, what have been some of your milestones, as the DEI director?
Yeah, so some major milestones have been the two workshops that we mentioned earlier. There was one workshop that was centered really on people that are going to be working professionally directly with immigrant families. And then we had a community conversation last month, and that, I believe, went really well. So we're looking forward to welcoming the new families into into Acton, and some great programming. As John mentioned, we have some programming coming up at the beginning of the year and into the upcoming years, upcoming months. Sorry. So we have some good things going on.
Well, I had to to turn this down just so we could take a break and just look at it and make sure that it's cooking right.
Okay.
Is that what it's supposed to look like?
Yes, looking good.
You want to stir it, or what do you
Yeah.
think?
Yes. Yeah, looks good.
When are we putting the garlic in?
We're gonna put I was just about to say that.
Okay.
So
Man, just
you can either use like the ground up garlic, but I prefer to use the frozen one. So there's garlic cubes. Oh, you want to open it?
Sure. Wow, this is very nice.
why do you choose to use the frozen one?
Because it's more like it's more like fresh garlic, but it's just frozen.
How many of these little cubes do you want to use?
So I like lots of garlic. Let's put in what, 2, 3?
4?
Let's do 4. Even better. Yes. Let's do
This
that.
one's a little bit small.
Yeah.
So we don't want that.
Okay. Let's do that.
Somebody likes garlic too.
I've never used these before. This is cool.
They're awesome. And if I can put in a pitch for a local store, I get them from Trader Joe.
Good old Trader Joe.
Yes, and then some ginger. I would put two of the ginger.
Oh, wow.
It depends on how local.
Well, I mean, yeah, because also Trader Joe is a national company. Yes, yes,
But it's in town.
Yes.
So that's good. Acton business.
yes.
Yeah, right. Shop local.
I mean, we've done a lot actually this season for shopping local, and hopefully people at home are doing that. There's a lot of great options in town, in the villages, and along Route 2A, Great Road. A lot of great places to shop.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
mean,
so we'll stir this up.
last
You
year
can really
I
smell the
think-
garlic.
Sorry. Last year when we spoke, you had talked about, revitalizing that Great Road corridor so that more businesses can thrive. How has that been coming along?
Well, it's been slow. I think, the way that the industry in retail has changed. Those storefronts that were set up that way decades ago aren't as attractive to retailers anymore. So we're having a little trouble getting them there, but we are getting a lot of service businesses. We had a salt cave open up shop in town. You know what a salt cave is?
Yep.
It's some type of therapy, or it's like a spa. You go in there, and the walls are all made of salt, and you just go in there for an hour or half hour, and it's very relaxing.
Does it work?
I haven't been yet, but I
Actually,
think
I've been to one,
Yeah.
and it's great. You leave there feeling very relaxed. Yeah, and even while you're in there, it's not as what is it? Anyway, you feel great.
All right.
so. That's in Acton. I think it's Acorn Plaza, or no, the name of the plaza. It's where CVS and Blackbird Cafe and Kitchen
Yeah, right.
Outfitters are. That plaza, and it's that's a new business. Some big news up in North Acton. McGovern Subaru just recently had their project approved to turn half of that plaza into a Subaru dealership. So that's going to be a change. They put together a site plan that there was a lot of great input from the neighbors and from the public to make it better. And what was ultimately approved is a better project. They also are trying to find a tenant for As Good As It Gets, which is now
Oh, yeah.
vacant.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're optimistic that they'll bring in another restaurant. And so things are moving along.
I wish it's a morning. I miss a breakfast restaurant.
Yeah, yep.
Especially for Sunday mornings,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like I'm making breakfast.
But speaking of Great Road, this week or this month, they're installing the not huge, but a hawk system over near Donlands Plaza where Great Road meets Brook Street. There's a crosswalk there that we were very concerned with due to a tragic accident last year, and we've been trying to improve it, and we got the state to put up a hawk system. So it's a new system where you go, if you're a pedestrian, you can go, you push a button, and it actually creates a red light for drivers, so they have to stop.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And then you can cross, and then it goes back to blinking yellow, and then traffic just goes as normal. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
a huge safety improvement, and we're trying to get a few more of those on Great Road in the next few years, just because that's a busy road, and there's a ton of people that live and want to walk and access the businesses and residents there. So we're trying to make it safer for everybody.
Awesome. And there's one thing you haven't yet mentioned that is very visible, the improvement in front of Town Hall. that happened this year. Or is still happening.
The new traffic pattern?
Right.
Yeah, so our Public Works Director, Corey York, did a great job with Chin Ray Pang, our town engineer, and they redesigned a new traffic pattern. It's no longer two ways around the common, it's one way heading down Concord Road and one way heading back towards Town Hall. I think it's much better looking, it's much safer, and I think everyone really likes it, so it's a big improvement. I thought you were talking about the garden.
That's still ongoing.
So the Public Works team did a great job redoing the whole traffic pattern around, creating new bike lanes and sidewalks, and the Acton Garden Club is doing over the garden in front of Town Hall.
Right.
And they're doing a wonderful job with their volunteer labor and donations. So
it's still a hole though.
No, you should check it out. It looks really good.
Oh, really?
Yep. And they're actually going to put a fountain there.
Oh, fountain?
Not with water, but
Oh.
a fountain, and it'll have plants in it.
Okay,
it's gonna
a
look
plant
nice.
fountain. That's new.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll look good. It'll look good. So.
I look forward to it.
Yes.
So, do you
Okay.
want to check on this?
Yes, let's check on this.
Smells Missouri.
Smells good. John, you can see better than I can. I'm too short to see over.
I think it's coming along nicely.
Okay. So we're going to add this, a small amount.
Define small.
Your hands are going to,
They're going to
that?
be yellow.
yeah, your hands are going to stain.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just that
Okay.
little spot.
Yeah,
Is that enough?
that's good. Let's see. No, I think it
doesn't
needs
seem
a
like
little
enough.
bit more. Let's add it onto the meat. Yeah, but yes, perfect. Oh, it just.
So, did you buy it from an Ethiopian restaurant?
I did, yes, from
Okay.
an Ethiopian grocery store.
A grocery
Yeah.
store.
Where is that?
In-
This one,
Is that too much?
That's fine.
that's fine.
Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, I have to remember where
I have to remember I'm not
the one cooking
the
it.
one cooking.
But that smells good. That looks good.
Yes. So we're gonna leave a little bit on the meat.
Okay. Most
Yep.
of it's on the meat. Is that all right?
Yep.
Want me
yep.
to flip it or keep
That's
it?
perfect. Let's add a little bit of water. Actually, this with the whole cup. And then, yep, let's cover it a little bit more. And then while that is going on, we can wash the cilantro. But the cilantro goes at the very end, like after the meat has already been cooked.
Okay. Just as
Yeah.
a garnish, or is it in the mix?
It's in the mix.
Okay.
But if you cook it too long, then it kind of loses its
its
taste. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So as we wait for the lamb to cook, since we're in the holiday spirit, to the town manager, what is your favorite holiday board game?
Are there holiday board games?
I have no idea. I made that
I
up.
don't think there are holiday board games.
I made that up.
Okay.
So just go with it.
Yeah. So I think Candyland, is that a holiday board game?
I have no idea
Okay.
what it is. So what is that game?
No. I think it's just a game the kids play. You roll the dice and you go up the thing.
The thing. Okay.
Any other questions?
All right. So what is your favorite holiday song?
I like Chuck Berry's Christmas songs, all the ones that he did. If you go on, I have Google at home. I just say, "Hey Google, play Chuck Berry Christmas songs," and he's
Okay.
got some great ones. I mean, they're all the classics, but it's in his style. So
All right. And so I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask Wanjiku what Kenyan tradition,
Oh, wow.
holiday tradition.
I already know about some Kenyan traditions.
Oh,
that
you
she's
do?
told me about.
Okay. Okay.
She's already
So
told me all about it.
I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite Kenyan holiday tradition?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll say a Kenyan-American holiday tradition. How about that?
I'll take that.
So, and this I was sharing with John. So, around Thanksgiving, what Kenyans in North Carolina anyway would say, they call it the annual goat killing, because everybody has the day off, and then you go get a goat, and then you can share the goat within the family, and everybody eats nyama choma.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Yama choma.
Yes.
Machama. I just remembered a story. I can't retell the whole story, but to paraphrase it, of another immigrant family. So when they had just moved to the U.S., they were so tired from work and night shift, and because it was the holiday, their friends came walking to their door with a whole goat.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. I hope it wasn't alive.
So again,
Yes.
it's not just the Kenyans who
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
enjoy goat. There is the Ugandans, we love goat meat.
Yes.
And West Africans love
Yes.
goat meat.
Yes.
And now some farms, I think, are tending toward these immigrant communities.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they are packaging goats just for the
Yes.
immigrant community.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you hadn't heard about that?
I know. I had heard about it. I was very surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Curious about it more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
really? Do you
I
eat
don't know.
goat?
I don't think I would eat it. No.
Why not?
I don't know.
'Cause the interesting thing, if anything, I think looking at how the entire goat is used is good, because not only like from the head, I hope nobody gets disgusted by this, but the head you can
Should
make.
we go on
try,
with this?
Let's try. Let's try and find out. Let's see. Let's test it out.
Oh gosh. So okay, I'll back up. So you can use the entire goat.
Okay.
You can use the insides. You can use, and from the insides, there's something that we call, I don't know what it's called in Swahili, but in Kikuyu it's called motura, where you stuff it. It's kind of like a English blood sausage. It's like that. And then the goat meat you can use. Anyway, every part is used for different types of things. Yes.
That's.
I was looking at his face for a reaction.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the one I was hoping to get.
No. Sorry.
But
I hear that a lot. That's fine.
I was having a conversation with an African American this past week, and he was like, "Yeah, I've come to learn about many Africans eat intestines and organs."
Yes.
And then he said, "But it's not just an African thing. African Americans eat that
yes.
with pigs."
Yes. Yeah.
And so that was new to me. I didn't know
Chitterlings.
that. I have no idea what it is.
Yes. Yes.
But
yeah.
it's something.
Wow. This.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's check on the other animal we got in here. Speaking of animals. Oh, it's starting to fall off the bone a little bit. That's good, right?
Yes, that is good. So that's
Yeah.
going to be tender. So then now we can add the cilantro.
Smells very good.
Yeah.
Just throw the whole thing in? Yeah?
Yep. That's quite a lot.
Okay. Keep it covered or?
Yep, keep it covered. And then we can just wait maybe 5 minutes, and then after that you can serve it. And what we can do.
What is lamb called in your language in Kenya?
Oh my goodness, you would ask me that. Gosh. I know mbuzi is
goat.
I don't know what lamb is.
That's
Oh
okay.
my mom is going to kill me because I should have known that one. I don't know. I can't remember.
We'll look it up.
Yes.
Well, in my father's language, it's Intama.
Ntama.
Yeah, and
Okay.
in my mother's language is Ndiga.
Okay. All right.
So I grew up in a 3-language household.
Yes.
So
Yes.
get to
What was
have
the
all
third language?
English,
Oh,
which I later learned anyway.
Yes.
But
But 3, and wouldn't that be 4?
no.
English, your mother's language, your father's language, and Swahili?
Oh, well, Swahili is not like a family language, but it's a
Oh.
language that I learned along the way.
Okay.
Swahili, Kinyarwanda,
Yes.
know. those are you pick up as you grow.
As you go up. Okay.
Yeah. So I can communicate in about 7 languages. So.
There you go.
How many can you communicate?
One, mostly, almost one. I'm still working on one,
Yeah.
but I'm getting there.
That's the beauty with being an immigrant. You know, you come with all these other languages,
yes.
and they inform kind of your perspective
Oh,
and
yes.
your everything.
Oh, yes. Okay. I think it's done.
All right, let's turn this off.
Okay.
What's your favorite food in the holiday?
I've been making a lot of different salads lately. Salads of all kinds of things, not just lettuce, like
Okay.
roasted vegetables
Oh,
and
okay.
all kinds of things you get at the healthy food aisle. And there's some pretty good stuff in there. If you add
Yeah.
some of these spices to it, everything tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
what if you had a typical Kenyan family and somebody said that their favorite food was salad?
I didn't say that was my favorite food.
Well, okay.
I said that's what I've been eating lately.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, well, okay. So to most Africans, if I can generalize, there's no such thing as a salad,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, what is that, right? If somebody were to come to my house, what I would make is like kale,
Yeah.
and then adding in, and to your point, adding in these spices. I would add in like some garlic and actually the cubes, and then letting it, melt in there, and some ginger, and then a little bit of olive oil and some pepper.
Yeah.
Actually, one time I had somebody make, sukuma wiki?
Of course.
Sukuma wiki is collard greens. And somebody made that raw. So they just took the sukuma wiki without cooking it, put the curry, everything that you would cook, and just let it sit, and then would shake it. Delicious. Yes.
I had never tried an uncooked sukuma wiki,
Yeah.
so
they were Jamaican. Well, they are Jamaican. And it was absolutely delicious. Yes.
well, something
to
to
try
try
that.
next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Well,
try it.
guys, this has been. Oh, we're not closing yet. So, is it time to serve?
I
your
think
dish?
we can. Yeah.
Okay.
Should we get a bigger spoon?
Are you
Then
done
this?
with this?
Yeah, maybe
Maybe.
that white one looks. What if we just dump it in?
That
We
works
can try
for me.
that.
No,
Okay.
changed my mind. Yeah, this looks good. Falling off the bone.
Nice.
Did you bring your appetite today? No? Is that a yes?
Always have my appetite.
Okay,
with me.
good. All right, good.
That I'll never disappoint.
I think we should put all this on there, don't you think?
Yes.
That looks good.
So funny.
Oh, that does look delicious.
That looks very good. Nice
Good
work.
going.
That looks like an African holiday meal.
Yes.
And a Kenyan. Oh, I shouldn't generalize. I need to learn to not
Yes.
generalize. This looks like a
Kenyan.
delicious Kenyan lamb holiday dish.
Yes.
Okay. All right, it's time for judgment.
Yes. Let's see what you say.
Yes, John. I always carry my appetite with me.
Yeah, good. That looks good.
Now I'm so nervous eating it wherever.
You better say it tastes good.
Delicious.
That is so coarse. Like coarse.
Coarse, is that a good thing?
No.
No.
Like the response is coarse.
Yes.
Oh, coarse. Okay.
How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, coerced. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you said
No,
coarse.
this is lovely.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
It's nicely spiced.
Good.
Tenderly cooked.
Yes.
I'm glad.
And with joy, I think it was made with a lot of joy.
Yes.
And so first
Chew the food.
well, thank you for showing me how to cook lamb and
Yes.
in a way that's you do in your family, and I'm gonna try it. I'll try,
All right.
and I told some of the guys at Town Hall that I'd bring back some for them to try.
Okay, so
I'm
let's-
sure they're gonna love it.
Yes. All right.
Well, with that, again, thank you for sharing your recipe. It's great to have an East African in the kitchen. It brings a little bit of home to Acton.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks for bringing the East Africa to the town manager since
Yes.
he hasn't been there.
Yes.
No, not
And
yet.
hopefully we can fix that.
Yes.
It's doable. We just have to get him off his very hectic schedule. And with that, I just want to, is there any single last holiday message for our viewers before we say goodbye?
I would just say thank you for everyone for being an active part of the community and for supporting ActonTV and supporting what we're doing in local government. I think what sets Acton apart from many communities is the involvement that we have from people that really care passionately about a lot of different things. And when you bring all those people together, we get a lot of exciting things happening. It's because of the people and their passion. So I look forward to more of that in 2024, and we'll see you next year. What are we going to do next year?
Great
To be
things.
determined. But for now, I want to say thank you for watching Acton in Focus. Happy holidays. Till next time.